Good evening, everybody. It's Valentine's Day 2024, February 14th. It's the evening of February 14th. I've had a good Valentine's Day. Hope you have too. And because it's such a sweet topic, we're going to look at the plot to assassinate Hitler from SPI, Strategy and Tactics number 50 something or the other. Okay. 53 maybe. Don't remember. But it is one. I've talked about this game a couple times in the past. It's a game I do enjoy, but it's also, in my view, one of the strange games SPI made. Although I think it's a good game. A lot of people don't like it though. Be forewarned that a lot of people don't like it. The topic is very dark. We're dealing with a very dark individual, to say the least, and plots against his life. Cold-blooded plots against anybody's life, even if necessary at times, and they have been. Still pretty dark and sad things, right? Even though, and knowing what happened to most of the plotters on Hitler, especially when the July 20th plot or whatever. What happened to those people? Yeah, it's dark, but I think it is a game that is a good one, and maybe even necessary. They've redone games. The game Black Orchestra came out a few years ago. It's another really good game in the plot to the to kill Hitler. Um, but it's not as strange as this one. This one's an odd game in a bunch of ways. It's an oddity in that it's obvious that at the time, if you read reviews of it and stuff at the time, or even today a lot, it was obvious that this is not something that war gamers really wanted, right? But yet, it came from the Power Politics series, and which was kind of like that. They were games that maybe you didn't know you wanted. They did box this game up and make it a deluxe edition, which would be great to have. I've got another magazine game edition of this that I have played. I have played this game. It is worth playing. It's a little strange in a couple ways, and we'll get into it here in a minute. I spent a while since I played this game, so if we look at this, we're going to look at the article. It's a good article. There were no fewer than 42 plots that have been uncovered on the life of Adolf Hitler, and certainly there were more than that. So we're talking about a lot of people living to assassinate Hitler for various reasons. But here is about Hitler as a target. This is a very good article, right? There's the Abwehr. The Abwehr really is who you're playing. You're either playing the Abwehr or the SS. I do think it's not a balanced game per se. I do think it favors the SS, if I remember. But yet, still, pretty good. It's a good game. All right. How did I write? For your eyes only, an open, intelligent summary of military affairs. Okay. And we're going to look through it. Let's get into it. Let's look at the components real fast before we get into some of the rules. But again, strategy and tactics. Love these old strategy and tactics magazines. Every time I pick one up, a new one, I like to go through it because it has some really good articles in it about a lot of different things, right? The 1905 Russian Revolution, if you want to read some of these things, good history. And that is what SPI was selling. That's the map. We'll look at it later. Look at those counters. Wow. I'm going to tell you right now, right here and right now, I love the counters to this game. They're colorful. They might not be extra glossy and just pop with color, but they are colorful. It's better than the pink and blue, right? The up 4 and a blue 4, right? Better than that. or the red and blue rather. Have SS markers there, and you have some swastikas there. Again, a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people nowadays object to, well, obviously in Germany, a lot of people object to the swastika and the runes of the SS lightning bolts in games. I'm okay with it because I think it's important to know what we're talking about here and playing who we're playing. And I think it's important to know that there's this, how the stakes are. It's just a game, yes, but how high the stakes were in the actual events, I think helps you learn history better and reminds you of what we're playing. Yeah, we're playing just a game, but yet the implications on the real life thing was huge. So I don't mind bad, if you will, imagery. It makes me aware and remember of what we're dealing with here, right? Some of them are, half of them are double sided, right? All right. Okay. I think that if I'm not mistaken, Stuka Joe made some cards. I think I've even might have used them that you can download on BGG in the files that replace a lot of the counters. Can replace a lot of the counters, right? What is this? Oh, SPI catalog. I get to looking at these and think, man, wish I could order from it today, right? Very nice, very nice. Very nice. It's strange in a few ways. A complete strategist. Store commercial for the complete strategist. Complete strategist. I guess it still exists up there in New York. Last time I was bought, it did at least. Strategy and tactics, special subscriptions. Yeah. Star Web. What is this? Okay. And I get off on these here and look at some of these. Very cool. Look at these mini games from Excalibur. Do I have any of these? I have to look into some of these. If Captain Dave from the Centurion Reviews watching, do you have any of these? Because I don't believe I have any of these. Look right up my alley. Tanzania, 1943. Edge Hill, 1642. Crete, 1941. Right up my alley. And Atlantis, 12,500 BC. Very well. Okay. Got that. Let's look at the map here. Map again. Map of this thing is a gem of a map in the sense that it's got everything you need on there. Your tables, your holding boxes, your everything you would want in it. Again, this is a map that has everything you want around it, right? And again, very politically incorrect imagery, and I'm okay with it. Like I said, we need to know what the stakes were. Remind us what we're doing here on these boards, what the history behind it was, and nothing's better than some of that imagery. Now, people may disagree with me, and that's fine. Don't have a problem with disagreement, just as long as I think you realize that most people that play in these games aren't trying to, what do you want to call it, say these images are good. No, we know they're bad. We just know that what it means and what the stakes are and how bad those were. Again, that's something else I liked about Black Orchestra. It kept a lot of that iconography in the game, which with a lot of new games don't do that for various reasons. One, the sales in Germany, but I still enjoy the old iconography just because it lets you know what the history behind it really was. Everybody knows those symbols are terrible, and they should be. but no one is. Nobody I know are looking at it as a good thing. All right. And changing history is one of the stupidest things anyone could ever do. Scrubbing history, rather. Not changing it, scrubbing it. All right. Let's look at some of the rules here. All right, that's about the plot. Let's find the rules, Highway to the right. What is this one here? All right. A plot to assassinate Hitler. Here we go. Introduction. If I can read it, my eyes hold out so I can read it. A Plot to Assassinate Hitler is an SPI Power Politics series game. Yeah, I like a lot of those Power Politics games. Although I think this is the only one I would put in strange SPI games, although Canadian Civil War would be close. Yeah, close. It is a simulation of the attempt by notorious members of the German hierarchy to assassinate Hitler and seize the reins of government. The playing pieces represent various historical personages who were involved or might have been involved, yeah, here you go, in the plot. And who fought the plot. The map is an abstract, that's an important part, that's why I put it in strange game, is an abstract representation of the areas of political importance in the plot. The game is for 2 players. There is a map, but the map is no territory you're holding other than in one's mind, in one's head, right? So the map is very odd in the sense you're not taking actual territory. This is all just kind of theoretical territory and kind of, the moving the plot along, if you will. Sort of. That's the oddest part of it. Let's see what they will say. Game equipment. The map. The game map is 22 by 24 and depicts Berlin and most of Europe in an abstract political manner. Yeah, there you go. A hexagonal grid is superimposed on the map to regularize movement and locate the playing pieces. There is no terrain per se, that's right, but certain hexes have special properties. The scale of the map is abstract, and the size of the various areas in the map is roughly equivalent to their political importance to the game. All right. That's kind of what I was wanting to get across. It's not a traditional map, right? It's a very abstract map, a political map, and let's see here, the sequence. We got interrogations. That's always a good thing to put in a game like this. Zones of control, investigate. Where's the sequence of play? Maybe assignment. Game equipment. Is this the sequence of play? The game turn. You have the adver player turn, which consists of movement and harassment phase, recruitment phase, and status adjustment phase. Right? The SS player turn. Movement and harassment phase, recruitment phase, investigation phase, interpretation phase, and status adjustment phase. And then the coup turn. Pulling off the coup is possible, but is made pretty difficult, if I recall correctly. But it's one of those things, like I said, it's do or die. You pull off the coup, or you will be killed. That's just how it is, man. I mean, that's why some of those, especially a lot of those civilians who was involved in the plots, I have the utmost respect for. They knew the stakes, they knew what they was doing, and they figured, hey, we're still going to do the right thing. And in so doing, they lost their lives. Sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, gosh, the July 20th plot is just a man. It's an interesting plot to learn from, and how history can turn just on one small thing. You know, one small thing. If one of those plots, early plots, would have worked, you know, what would have happened? What would not have happened more is probably the better question, right? You know, because World War II, gosh, man, what I think about what an impact it had on people in my family, just the fighting of it and going and what happened there. That man. All right, now you're getting me. I'm getting myself depressed in a way, but that's the game, and it's a strange one, and it's an odd one, and it's an oddball. But let me tell you, unlike what's the last game I had? I said I did not like the last game we did. A couple of these strange ones I did not like at all, but unlike some of those, this one is an excellent game. More people should play it, but be warned, a lot of people say it's not good. So I don't know. I'm odd, but the last time I played it, it's been a few years back. Played it with some friends of mine. I found this to be excellent, an excellent two-player game. And for me, I like the idea of having a four-player game and you're going to play teams, right? Two people talking over the move and whatnot. But that's just a variation that I like to do, you know. The other players are making their strategy and moves. Other people can talk about, well, you know. So it's one of those ones. It's one of those ones if you're playing the SS and you win, oh, great. You helped kept Hitler around, and if you're playing the Abwehr side and you win, it's oh great. Now you know does it what's it plunged in H2 in now? Now we killed somebody in cold blood. Yeah, so it's one of those hard things that just the topic itself is such a strange topic, but it's important. Again, 42, I believe, known plots on Hitler's life. And I would say there's probably many, many, many more. But there it is. And you can find it at a good price online. You can find the this version here, unpunched and everything. Like I said, do I have 2 more copies of this? I have maybe 2 more copies of this because I think it's that good. It's one of those things I kind of overdo things. If I find a game good and still in somewhat supply and somewhat lower prices, I'll buy a few of them so I don't wear them out. But I haven't came close to like wearing this one out or anything. But that's an odd game, and it's one of those ones. I've said it a bunch of times. SPI done some strange stuff, and this one's one of the better ones as a game. In the annals of strange, and it is strange. There's strangeness here, and I guess it's less strange than it was when, say, before Black Orchestra came out or something like that. But it still is strange and dark, and a good enough game to give it a try and see. You know, play both sides. You play both sides and then see who. That's the way I like to do it. Play one side and then the other. See if you can kill Hitler. That's the whole point. See if you can assassinate Hitler. All right, y'all. Thanks for the view. Thanks for everything. If you've played this, what do you think of it? Do you like it? It does play like a war game. It's a very war gamey, but I can't. It's hard for me to remember exactly everything other than the SS's. I do think the SS has the advantage, and it's not real balanced, but it's not far away. I think the SS has a slight advantage in the game, as probably it should. All right, y'all have a great day. Y'all be good and stay safe, and I'm still not done with weird SPI games. I still got more to go, and it gets weirder. It gets very weirder. So, yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.